Hello, future toppers. Let's make maths simple, intuitive, and fun together. So, we got wholesome new problem which says let R cube denotes the three-dimensional space. Okay. Let take 2 points P. So, we have point P and we have point Q. Let dist x comma y denotes the distance between the point x and y in R cube. Great. Now these guys are talking about set S. Set X is containing X element which is belonging to R cube, means X comma Y comma Z, and whose distance, square distance from P minus square distance from Q, is 50. Great. There is another set T whose elements are Y, again belongs to R cube, means it is also X comma Y comma Z. Its distance from Q. So earlier it was written next, right now it is written first. And then this. Okay, so order is changed. Again it is 50. And now these guys are talking about four choices. Now, so what we will do, suppose that first we will consider point X. So point X is X comma Y comma Z. So look at this. This is distance ka square. So distance ka square means what? You get rid of that root. So can I find out xp distance? So x and p. Can I write x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square plus z minus 3 whole square? So this is your first part. Now we have to do minus xq. So x minus 4 whole square, x minus 2 whole square, x minus 7 whole square equals to 50. Okay, we need to solve this part first. So look at this. If you, not x bro, this is y, this is z. If you'll observe, look at this person and this person, both are same. So now you can play fruit ninja and you can get rid of these two person. Okay, now look at this. We have this and we have this. So can I go with a plus b and a minus b? So a plus b is what? X plus, sorry, a plus b is x minus 1 plus x minus 4. So this is your a plus b, and then a minus b, x minus 1 minus x plus 4. This is your a minus b, plus again z minus 3 plus z minus 7, then z minus 3 minus z plus 7 equals to 50. Now do little bit of more simplification. So you got 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5, and here it is 3. So 2x into 3, so 6x, 2x minus 5. Okay, so 5 3s are 15. Correct? Here also, here it is 4. Okay, so it will become 8z, 8z, and this is 4 and this is 10, so it is 40. So you got 50. Now I can write it as 6x plus 8y minus 55. So this is your S. Okay, I can send this thing that side. So it will look like what? 6x plus 8z, 6x plus 8z, this thing that side, so it is 105. So this is your plane S. Now think about t. So t is the negative of this side, correct? So I will change the order. Negative of this, the order is changed. Green is written for like white is written first, green is written next. So if I'll multiply this thing with minus, we will get t. If you are not comfortable, just do the same thing. And you will get t as minus 6x minus 8z plus 55 equals to 50. Now it will become what? You need to do little bit of simplification. So it will become this 55 that side. So it will become minus of 5. So you guys can write 6x plus 8z equals to 5. So this is your plane T. So these two things are plane and both planes are parallel as well. Okay. So suppose that these two planes are parallel. Okay. We will talk later. Now look at this. You know that S and T are plane now. Now there is a triangle whose area is 1 and all of whose vertices are from S. So suppose that this is your surface. So in this surface, don't you think you can put a triangle which will have an area as 1? So suppose that half is half, base is 1 and height is 1. You got area as 1 and you can have so many coordinates. So there will be infinite now. So this option is true. We can have all vertices from the same plane. Okay. Now let there are two distinct points L and M on in T. So there is T. So you know that T is a plane. So on plane you are considering 2 points. Okay. And such that each point on the line segment LM. So suppose that this is the line segment LM. So you have drawn this line on the plane, not on the curve. So if you will connect 2 points on the curve, their remaining part will not touch the curve, correct? But if you will draw it on the plane, it will stay on the plane for forever na. Means all the point will in touch. Okay, so option B is also correct. Now there are infinitely many rectangle with perimeter 48. Okay, two of vertices are from S and other two vertices are from T. Great. So what, look at this. First we will try to find out the distance between these two planes. As these planes are parallel, so let's try to find out the distance. So distance is what? D1 minus D2. So minus 105 minus of minus 5. So plus 5 upon root under a square plus b square plus c square. So 36, 64. So numerator is 100, denominator is 10. So distance is 10. So suppose that we have plane 1. Okay, we have plane 1 and we have plane 2. And the distance between these two planes is what? 10 unit. And we want a rectangle whose two vertices are from this. Okay, and 2 from this. So don't you think that we can create a rectangle in such a way so that suppose that this is 10, this is 10 and this is 20, so for 28. So suppose this is 14 and this is 14. And the moment we will start rotating this thing in such a way that these 2 points will remain on the first plane and these 2 points will remain on the plane this. So we can have infinite number of rectangles. Means this option C is correct. Okay. Now think about option D. So option D is saying that option C is correct. There is a square of perimeter 48. So if these guys are talking about square of perimeter 48, whose two vertices are from S and two vertices are from T. So means you have to select 2 points on the above plane, 2 points on the below plane. Okay. So and we should have 48. So suppose that we have created a ladder of side 12. Don't you think we can place this way? If we have to place perpendicularly, then only we can say now we cannot go beyond 12 10. But if we will put them into slant way, so we can have this thing as 12 and we can have this thing as 12. So it is also possible, means option D is also correct. So for this specific question, option A, B, C and D all are correct. Okay, in multiple solutions if you'll find, they will say that option D is wrong, but trust me, option D is also correct. I hope the idea is clear and you guys can handle similar situations. So see you guys in the next session of MathFlix.